an unlawful gathering. This is an unlawful gathering. The truth is out there. The truth is out there.
This is the underground. This is new media. This is the underground. This is new media.
Ranger fans, remember what's the critical thinking hangar. Ranger fans, remember what's the critical thinking hangar.
And now here is the starting lineup for the New York Rangers. And now here is the starting lineup for the New York Rangers.
This is New York Rangers hockey. 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 This is New York.
And good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Blueshirt Underground Show. And here's a little introduction for you.
Knowing them is like going to college. Hamburger University. Jim and Eddie.
Wow.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Eddie, we have our own City Field walk-up.
Wow.
Courtesy of Colin Cosell. We've actually got a few of them. He did three of them for us.
The echo is being reported that I was here.
Echo is being reported. Okay. I don't know what to do. All right, hang on.
I'll vamp.
Go ahead.
All right. While we wait for Jim to come back, echoless. I want to say something, folks. Matt Morello already is complimenting me on my Ranger Crisis videos I did about a decade ago. I thank you, Matt. You can check them out. Ranger Crisis. Just put Ranger Crisis number 30 in or 50 in, and I think I probably did like 75 of these videos. I'm not sure, but we will. Joe Willie Namath. People calling me to do the Monday Night Football. A lot of you have been asking me. I got to start posting some of these videos in the group of the games. I figure you guys got. I don't know why I've been so remiss in doing this, because you who on the underground group, you can watch these games. And I just got a few in, actually. Some of them were posted online on YouTube, and I was able to grab them and put them in my archive, and wound up one of them was taken down. So I have it archived. I don't know why the guy got it taken down. I think he removed it himself, but it was a Ranger Toronto game from 1980, I want to say, 79, 80. Excellent quality. And then I got a partial game where it joined the Rangers up 3-0. It was against, I forget who it was against. Maybe St. Louis. I don't know. But so stay tuned for that. I'm definitely going to post that on the Undergrounders channel. There he is on the other side of the glass.
Hello.
You're still echoing.
Am I really?
Yeah.
What the hell is going on?
What could be echoing? Do you have your speakers on too, maybe?
No. Hold on a second. Let me check something here.
Yes, the Islander draft one is a pretty good one. That's where my friend Vinny Vasilino, who appeared in that video, was afraid that we were actually going to get like beat up. And I don't know how we did it. No, I'm not going solo. I do the show with Jim only.
Can you still hear me?
I can hear you, yes.
Good or bad?
You're still echoey. I mean, I can deal with it with these people.
I don't know why you can hear me at all. I've muted my microphone.
I can hear you. Yes, I can hear you. Chris is being very fucking. He's needling you. You try turning it on and off again.
Everybody's a lot of help.
Yeah, I know. It really does kind of like put a traffic, what do you say, a pylon into everything. The flow of the show and technical difficulties get in the way. And if you can see in the back, there's a picture of my cat on that other computer.
Hello, Zuki.
Well, yes, there's Zuki. Now I like these new graphics you got. Maybe that's messing with your microphone there, Which is Celsius thermometer and day 26. Oh, no, I'm only kidding. Now do it. See what happens.
Is that any better?
No. You made it sounds like you're possessed. Yes, he's possessed with a spirit of I don't know what. Oh boy, let me tell you, I got things to get into once we get this technical difficulties all straightened out. But before we get into that, I've been checking out some old hockey games, watching some old hockey. Games that I have never seen before. There are some.
How about now? Am I still muted? Still echo?
Yeah, you're echoing the Bunnymen.
How about now?
Say it again.
How about now?
Yeah, it's a little lower. But the echo seems to be not as. Well, hello there, Michael Silvers. Do you know who Hello There? Who made out that? Who was the
What?
famous comedian that made that Hello There?
No, I know. I'm working on it. No, I know. I appreciate it.
Marty Allen. Hello There. That was his famous.
I don't know.
I don't know, but I've been told. But Stu. What else do I have?
Hang on. Talk amongst yourselves.
Hang on, Sloopy. Hang on. How many cat people we got here? How many dog people? I gotta start doing a whole bit. These cats, they're lazy.
How many dog
people? The dog's your best friend. He's all over you. He's all over you.
All right, I'll be right back.
Okay. What else do I have? How about these new McNugget Shanghais? Have you seen this? Yeah, I'm sure they're really Oriental fare. Come on. What else do I got? Well, I gotta tell you, man. When Jim comes back, and hopefully he comes back, I got a problem with this 68 game rollback in North Dakota they're talking about. Have you guys heard of this? Have you guys seen this? The 68 game rollback. Ugh. This could be cat guy here. All right. I got a cat. They see Zuki in the back. No, I have not tried the new Big Mac. I'm a cheeseburger guy. I like McDonald's cheeseburgers and the McDonald double. That's my go-tos at McDonald's. McDog food, as I call it. I do like it. What fries do you guys like? Who do you think makes the best fries? This is really turning into some kind of really crazy show. What kind of fries does everybody like? I like McDonald's fries the best. And it's a trick to get fresh fries. I forgot what it was. What the hell was that? I forgot what that was. Oh, that's very nice. Patty Duke. The McDouble. Gus likes the McDouble. Yeah, I never was a Burger King guy. I don't know why. I guess because the Burger King near me is like so poorly kept. There's always like a heroin addict in the bathroom or something. McDonald's 1, Wendy's 2, BK 3. I'm gonna go with you there. I'll be Matt. I'm telling you, we live close together, and I think we're Five Guys. I like Five Guys. It's Shake Shack. The only time I've been to Shake Shack is at City Field, and that's like 2 hours of waiting for nothing. Oh, really? I've had gallbladder issues as well myself. I like people who can't read this. Are like, just what the hell is he talking about? Yes, I've had gallbladder issues in the past, although my gallbladder is still with me. It is it is it's fucking painful. Let me just tell you that much. I'll tell you that much. That's like I was actually hospitalized for a gallbladder thing, but they kept it in. Smash burger. I've never heard of smash burger. Uh, so fast food. But I'm a really, if you're talking about the fast food, I don't know if you call it fast food, but pizza is my killer. I could eat a pie in one sitting. I really could. A regular pie, I probably could eat a whole pie. Maybe like 4 slices, then a little respite, then I'll polish off the rest. Give me like, a Rangers power play, a failed power play. I do a lot of nervous eating while I'm watching the Ranger game, by the way. So you got to keep food away from me. And I'm also drinking a lot too, not alcohol, but I don't. Do, do you really think that White Castle's the best breakfast food? I don't know. I've never been to White Castle for breakfast food. That's more of a late night. Here he's back. He's back. Let's see what happens.
Well,
You're back.
hello.
Yes, you're not echoing. We have succeeded.
La 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 la.
Holy moly, Chris Campoli, Tyler Toffoli.
I don't know what the problem was.
Spaghetti aioli.
I don't know what the problem was. Good evening, everybody.
Hey, now we can start the show.
Right. Got the virus.
I got the stomach virus. Wow.
All right. Let's see if we try that clip again. Did this work? Is this working?
Knowing them is like going to college. Hamburger University. Jim and Eddie.
Did that work? All right. And now I can
What's
still.
the Hamburger University, I mean.
What's that?
That Hamburger University. I don't get the reference.
That is the school that McDonald's managers go to.
Oh.
It's actually called Hamburger University.
Ah.
And I thought you'd know that.
I should. I just did a whole 15 minutes on hamburgers and everything else. But no, I know 7-Eleven had a university out here for a bit.
Did they?
Yeah. But hamburger, is that? I guess they put all their managers and all that.
Yes,
crap all
Hamburger University.
So
no, the headphone mic is turned off.
it's fixed. So what, do we have to keep talking about it? It's fixed.
Right. Well, right. Costa has to he has to weigh in.
Yeah, of course. All right.
No, I've been set to my main mic the whole time. It was just a glitch. Just a glitch.
All right. I want first of all give a shout out to people who are watching at home. I'm always looking at the numbers. The numbers have stayed steady as she goes. I'm very happy that everybody's tuning in, even though there's no hockey. That means that you like us. You like the peeps, the BSU peeps, the underground. You like what we're talking about. You may even like us. We don't know. But I just want to say it makes me, it warms the cockles of my heart that you guys are still tuning in.
Absolutely. You know what I was thinking of? I hadn't mentioned this, but the league, when did the league shut down? Right around the 15th of March?
Mm-hmm.
Somewhere around there, I guess it was the 12th, 13th, 14th.
Rangers never left Colorado.
Right.
Colorado.
Could you now we had our viewing party scheduled for March 28th. Imagine if our viewing party had been like March 10th, and then a couple of days later they shut down the league. How many of us you think would have gotten sick at the viewing party?
And who would we be blaming?
Right. And I mean, we got people coming in from all over. I might have taken the virus from New York City back to Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. Right. You would have taken it to Ronkonkoma. Costa would have taken it to Sayville, wherever it is, Selman, Hempstead, wherever the hell he lives.
I think he's in Seldom.
Seldom.
Or he's in, I don't know if he's Puerto Rican. You Puerto Rican? Not sure. But what was I say? Yes. Who knows how we could have affected
Right.
the tri-state area had we had a viewing party.
Right. You know, we bring 40, 50 people together from all parts, and they're
Everybody's
walking through the
loose.
city.
They're all drunk.
You know.
They're hanging all over each other.
Right. You know, there's a lot of hugging but people, and you know, people walking down the streets and crowds and things of that nature. You know, it could have been like, like Planet of the Apes.
And then
the simian flu.
Krista Meets following Ron Duguay into the bathroom to see how big his schwanz is.
Right.
Could have gotten infected. I don't know what's going to go on at these viewing parties.
So, Be Live added these two widgets that you see in the opposite corners here to put on the stream. So I did day 26 of quarantine because that's how long I've been working from home. And I just put question marks because nobody fucking knows what Celsius is.
Nah. I guess it's, the sport was invented in Canada, so we'll go with Celsius. We'll do the
right.
All right.
Jim, where was we?
Well, I'm going to tell you right off the bat, I'm not liking this 68-game rollback and playing in North Dakota bullshit.
Can you explain to me this 68-game rollback that I keep hearing about?
All right. Apparently,
I haven't read into it, so I'm going to...
All right. Well, apparently they want to go back to the 68-game mark. Why the 68-game mark? Is that 2/3 of the season? I don't know. It can't be.
Would that be
Not by my mathematics.
2/3 would be
going to 68.
Well, half would be 41. Half of that would be 20. So the 2/3 point would be like 62.
Well, they want to go back to the 68-game mark. That's the mark they came up with. Unfortunately, that makes the Rangers not make the playoffs. They weren't going to make it anyway. But it puts the Islanders in, which the Islanders lost like 7 in a row after that mark. But apparently that's going to be all wiped away. And I'm really not too concerned about the Islanders going far. It just annoys the shit out of me.
Right.
And they may play 3 rounds. They may do 3 rounds. Oh, I don't know. They may go to 1-16. I don't know if that puts the Rangers in the mix. I haven't done all the tallying on this. But really, let's face it. Did you think the Rangers were going to make it? You said you wanted a record as saying you thought. I said no. But the Rangers were kind of coming into it. Maybe Rock could shed some light why they came up with that 68-game mark. But Jim, what I heard was music to my ears, though. That was the bad side. The good side was because the cap is going to shrink to nothing next year.
$8 million cap next year.
It's going to be $8 million cap. This is what you're reporting.
Right.
$8 million cap. But there is going to be 2 to 3 amnesty buyouts each team is going to get. And that would be worth not making the playoffs.
Baba, shampooey, Baba, shampooey, Baba, shampooey tends the Rangers' goal. Baba, shampooey, Baba, shampooey, Baba, shampooey tends the Rangers' goal.
2 or 3 and line them up. So that would be amazeballs for the Rangers. We could start this rebuild real quick. Expedite it.
Henrik Lundqvist. Mark Stahl. Who else? Who's left? Brendan Smith.
What else? Now, I heard this from Steve Valaket, who I had a conference call with on Zoom before it was broken up
before people started calling Steve Valiquette the N-word.
Yeah. They started calling him a creepy serial killer over and over again. So I'll take it. I'll take that. If there is 3 amnesty buyouts, now I just want Hank gone. I think it's the perfect time for him to bow out. Well, he's going to be bowed out anyway. Oh, okay. Thank you. My wife,
Mrs. Osti Spumante coming through with the research.
Charlie is the number of games that each team played. My wife. Thank you so much. So she probably looked at that. So now that's Sean. I don't know.
I like that idea.
I like that. Get rid of that Shattenkirk. What's that, hitting $6 million next year?
And since we're amnestying dead weight contracts, can the Mets get Bobby Bonilla off the books in this deal too? You know,
if he was in the NHL, it could probably be a possibility. So I think, as much as it would annoy me that the Islanders are in the playoffs, this is going to have an asterisk next to it, no matter what. They were saying that on this cockamamie show they had on MSG Network that people don't remember the Devils winning in that shortened season, and nobody thinks that is a asterisk Stanley Cup. Well, guess who thinks it's an asterisk Stanley Cup?
You do.
Myself. And I'm sure a lot of our viewers think that is an asterisk Stanley Cup, especially when we bring it up when we fight with Devil fans.
Right.
So, but
the only reason why I don't necessarily think that's an asterisk Stanley Cup is because they did win 2 more.
That's true. Yeah.
They did take that core and win a couple more, much to my chagrin.
Yeah. And that Meadowlands parking lot parade they had.
Yes.
Will live in infamy. See, this is already getting BS, half a cup. Hey, we got no mercy. So we have a situation here. Now they're talking about North Dakota. Apparently they have, a low population density or whatever they're talking. They have ice. Supposedly the University of North Dakota has a NHL-sized rink. I don't know how they're going to do this. Like, what are they going to play? Like 3 games a day in there? And
I had heard something to that effect. It's kind of similar to what the MLB is thinking of doing.
But how does that help the revenue that they're going to get from the playoffs?
I don't know. I guess it only helps TV revenue, I guess. I guess TV revenue is better than no revenue. No news is good news.
Listen, if there is an amnesty buyout, I'll tell you, oh boy. But then yeah. Now, if they made it 1-16, like I have not looked into this, would the Rangers make the playoffs? Can we get a confirmation? Can Mrs. Guy chime in? Charlie Ospey,
the head of our research department.
Yes. Ryan said that that arena in North Dakota is nice.
Well, that's well, if you just do a straight up 1 through 6. Oh, well, see, I don't know how. When the season was suspended, the Rangers were 16th.
Whoa! But if they did a rollback,
if they roll it back, couple 2-3 games, then I'm not so sure. Because they're actually tied with Calgary for the 16th spot, 79 points apiece. But the Rangers have 36 regulation wins. Calgary, as Bernie Nichols calls them, only had 30. Rangers were 37-28-5. Calgary 36-27-7. Again, the Rangers with 31 regulation wins. Calgary with only 20. What did I say? 30. Rangers with 36. Calgary with 30. I would have to.
Makes a good point. Does North Dakota have enough hotel space? I mean, what's going to happen? They have to build up bunkers?
They have to bring in FEMA trailers.
Yeah, bring in FEMA trailers. I don't know how you would put this thing together. It sounds like the logistics are pretty rough. Aren't these guys going to sweat on each other?
According to Frank Saravalli, he is
Who's your Italian prospects you're in love with down at Hartford?
No. Frank Saravalli is a senior hockey reporter at TSN. If they go to the 68 game rollback with top three in each division and a wild card, the Rangers would be out. Now, if it's a 1 through 16 straight up, you would have 4 teams with 76 points. The Rangers, the Panthers, Nashville, and Vancouver. And I would have to, but I think that the Rangers would be in a 1 through 16 format, because it looks like at the 68 game mark, the Rangers had 36 wins, Florida 34, Nashville 34, Vancouver 35. So, I don't know.
Well, okay. Well, let me ask you this, guys, and you, Jim.
All I know is no matter what they decide, Howie Sussman will tweet the league and tell them how much they suck.
Yes, and the refs blew it.
Right.
Refs are terrible. Okay. I feel that the Rangers in this rebuild, I think that if the season gets stymied, which it looks like it's going to get stymied for them no matter what, Jim left. There would be no resolution for them. They were coming on. They were kind of floundering a little, but they made a big comeback, a big push. And without that, no resolution. I mean, don't you think it might affect the team's psyche going forward into whenever next year is?
I don't know. We're in uncharted water here, so I really don't know. I can't, let me see. I can't seem to chat tonight. Yeah. Oh, well. I can't chat with the folks.
I saw you chatting earlier.
Yeah, it worked earlier, but now that I got the microphone issues straightened out, I can't seem to be able to chat. That's okay. That's okay. I'd rather be heard than read.
So I don't know how much validity you can give to this amnesty buyout, but I was pretty happy about that. Wow. Then Sexy saying Jim's hair looks sexy.
That's Murph.
Ah.
Looks better than his. Looks better than his. I saw a picture of his last night.
I don't know if you're going to see the end of the regular season. I don't know. I mean, yeah, I think Sean McCaff also brings up a great point. Once this is all over, how is attendance going to be affected? I mean, the Islanders are,
unaffected.
They have sold out crowds every game. I mean,
there's already 6 feet between each one of those fans. And I would social distance from an Islander fan no matter what time of year it was.
They would do social distancing before it was hip.
Right.
At the Barclays.
Right.
Yeah. Well, as a rule of thumb, always social distance from an Islander fan.
Right. Never come within 12 feet of an Islander fan.
Oh, man. Yeah, I mean, this is all the updates I'm hearing is this fakakta 68 game rollback. Come on. Let's play with a season. Can't we prorate the other teams? Something. I want the Rangers to make it. I think they needed some kind of experience. Win or lose or draw. Well, you can't draw, but you didn't make it. You made a push and lost by a point, which would have been disheartening, but at least you made a push. It makes you hungrier for next year. You make it. You get some playoff experience. I don't care if you get knocked out in 5 games or what have you. It would have meant a lot for this team to overachieve, especially when a lot of people in the beginning of the season were like, "Oh, the Rangers are young. We know that." But, Brian, if that happens, that'll be something. If the Rangers have to cut costs of tickets, yes. So it's a mishigash. That's what it is. It's just, you can't make sense of this.
It's a catastrophe.
The only thing I think of, the only saving grace that the Rangers will not be left out of the playoffs, is Glenn Sather. Slats has a lot of weight with that board of governors and everything. I think he'll finagle a way for the Rangers to get in. He'll be like, yeah, he'll I don't know. They'll impeach one of the other governors or something. I don't know. I feel like he's such a evil man that he will find a way for the Rangers to make the playoffs. He'll come up with some cockamamie playoff season.
You think he's got that kind of Machiavellian ability, huh?
Yeah. Like he'll be like, okay, who beat the Florida Panthers the most this year? Like, I don't even know how the Rangers did against Florida, but it's like some kind of wacky thing that gets the Rangers to slip by. Get his Rangers. But again, the bottom line is money. They can't make any money from this. The TV revenue, what's that going to be?
Well,
there's nothing else on. Maybe there will be some interest in it.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know if they so let's say like they were talking about one of the things that one of the rumors is suppose they play 3 games a day. Okay, if how many people are home not working from home that could sit and watch a game that might be on at 11 o'clock in the morning? So is the revenue really there? I don't know. But if somebody will pay the NHL to broadcast these games, the NHL is going to take their money and put these games on.
Okay,
but,
let me ask.
There's a million logistical. You still got to have people working the arenas. You got to have hospitality, like you said. You got to have hotel rooms for these players. What are you going to do? You're going to hold up the entire league. 20 players. Okay, 20 players, 16 teams. That's 320 hotel rooms, right? 20 players, 16 teams in the playoffs. That's 320 players. That's just players. Each team's got 10 coaches.
15 trainers.
15 trainers. You got to have John Rosasco there because he's got to be on camera every time the Rangers are on camera.
Right.
So if every team has their own John Rosasco, that's another 32 guys. The people that work the arena, camera people, you're going to have one network broadcast. What?
Well, Mike, yeah, and just to jump off that point, I know most players want to pick up the check, but there might be some players who don't want to risk picking up the check. You're like, listen, I don't want to get this, from playing hockey.
Right.
I mean, Hank might be in Gothenburg, Sweden. He might not want to come back. Or, Panarin's, I don't think all the players are going to be on board for this.
I don't know.
What's Kreider's timeline? Can we get him back before these crazy playoffs? The wacky racist playoffs?
He should be the wacky racist playoffs. He should be healthy now. He's ready to go. He should be ready to go now. It's been another 4 weeks.
That's right to Emmerich from the broadcasting from the basement. He scrolled
like John Giannone. Yeah, like the Traverse City games. Yeah, Giannone broadcasting from like a closet somewhere in the Madison Square Garden.
Yeah, so it's got a lot of. It sounds like a logistical nightmare. North Dakota. I want to know what kind of facilities they have there to broadcast like a national event. Michael Lakem's here.
Mike Lakem. Wow.
Salam alaikum.
Salam alaikum. Long time no see.
Yeah, I think a lot of the Rangers have gone back to their home countries, their homes. How do you even take an airplane nowadays? What's the status with that?
Oh, you could fly.
You can fly?
You could fly. Yeah.
Okay. American Airlines, TWA,
Pan Am,
Pan Am.
People's Express. All these guys, they can afford private jets. Be the only one on the plane besides the pilot. And
Are they not getting paychecks now? They might be a little light in the.
oh yeah, I'm sure Henrik's eating cat food. I'm sure he's sitting waiting for his stimulus check to come through. I got to get that 1,200. I'm at a dippity do.
I think you got to have multiple arenas if you're gonna do this. And where do the teams practice?
Well, if you need multiple arenas, what's better than the New York City area? You got 4 arenas.
Yeah, but it's also the epicenter for COVID-19.
It's also ground zero. Unfortunately, I mean, you got 4 arenas within a 10-mile radius.
I don't know. This sounds like some fantasy they're dreaming up. Why don't they just roll some dice?
Have an Uno tournament.
Yeah, have an Uno tournament. Play high card. Just whatever they got to do. Let's have some results. But they've had, like, in the past, they've had, the Stanley Cup in the olden days. They'd be like, the Saskatoon Musketeers. Hey, we want to challenge you, Maroons. Let's do it. Okay.
Right.
For the Stanley Cup. Okay, we won.
What a maroon.
What a maroon. I if they brought that team name back, like the Quebec Maroons, I would be a Maroon fan.
When you'd get a jersey, right?
I would get a jersey. What a maroon.
What a maroon. What a nin-cow poop. What a maroon. Oh, I don't have that. I don't have that clip.
Oh boy.
I had it on Blog Talk somewhere in the archives.
What are we gonna do? Telemedicine with you, Gus? Is there some kind of call-ins? We're gonna talk to you. Well, I would tell you again. I only heard it from Valaket. I did not hear it from any other source. But
you didn't hear it from anybody knowledgeable, is what you're saying?
He's sitting there in his house, like
with his charts.
No, he had like a basketball court in the back. Like he was kind of flexing on how much money he has.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
wait until his wife gets him into divorce court.
Yeah, Pito was on a toilet seat. Terrible.
What a gullible. What an in-cow poop.
No, it doesn't have the maroon in it. I thought it did. I thought that was part of that clip. What a maroon. Sorry.
Maybe you could find that clip on the MSG network. Maybe you can explain it better than I can.
Let me see.
Well,
MSG network.
It's like
MSG network.
It's like got Pito and
let me see. Hold on, I'm on their page. Basketball, college basketball, high school basketball, JB Smooth, MSG beginnings, Red Bulls, Giants,
nothing.
Porzingis. The best moments of rookie RJ Barrett's season.
JV basketball.
Mike Quick in the high school minute. You remember that?
Bob Page.
Bullet Bob Page. Best of.
Best of.
Let's
the
see.
Hockey Guy show, whatever that shit show they put on.
Thoughts with Gorilla Monsoon, Monday Night Wrestling. Oh, those were the best. Those Monday night cards that they'd show once a month. I remember those. The live shows on MSG Network. Those are the best on Monday nights. I used to go to the Garden for some of those. There were some really, really good.
That place is electric.
Oh, yeah.
Because people
used to have some really good stuff. Let me see. Is it if NHL play resumes, what does this mean for the Rangers and Islanders?
Who's in it?
Let's see.
Is it it's like 4 people?
Let's see. Should we? I don't know. I haven't got. Hold on. We'll put it up. We'll put it on. We get thrown off. Share screen. Chrome tab. We'll put this up.
Yeah, when we got thrown off the last time, did it discontinue the whole broadcast or? Yes, I think this is it.
Yeah, it just shut us off for like a minute or two, and then we were back. So whatever. If we get thrown off, we'll be back.
Back on the MSG 150 at home as we continue. Great to have you with us. Bill Pito, Steve Alliquette, Michelle Tingris, and Alan Hahn. Valley, to you, there's been talk about a single location for the entire NHL to go to and potentially resume the schedule. Hypothetically, if you were still a player and you may have needed the check, would you be willing to leave your young family with your 2 young sons to maybe be away from?
Bill Pito's got like that midget Nerf ball hoop just so they can dunk because he's only like 5'2".
A month or 6 weeks.
May have needed the check. I always need the check, Bill. And I always pick up the check when I'm with you. But I'll tell you what,
That's a lie. That is a MSG 150 at home lie. Ask Hahn. I buy the pizza all the time.
Here's the thing. I have had all week agents, players. I've had people calling.
Can I just say, you know what? Not for nothing. This douchebag with his Corona beard here. You know what? And I know this is. I'm kind of echoing something that other people have said. You know, we get these people doing this shit from home. We got people out of work, people losing their jobs, people don't know how they're going to eat next week, waiting for a stimulus check. And here's this putz in front of his private basketball court.
Hey, he's flexing.
What a jerk. What a jerk he is.
I got a racquetball court down there. I got everything.
Right, yeah, I got he ain't got, I got a Thomas the Tank table here that we could play railroads on. I got a little dry erase board. Matt Morello said that may be the worst looking basketball court I've ever seen.
Yeah, really. I mean,
It's like the Piscataway Center that Rutgers used to play in. And I don't know what my perspective here is, but it looks like he's like on the second floor and the basketball court's behind it. Is that net like 47 feet in the air? Isn't that how it looks? Like did he raise the net up just so people could see it on camera?
Yes, he's flexing.
I mean, there's got to be 100 places in this man's house he could have done this video from without looking like a pretentious jackass. But instead, I'm going to do it in front of my. Why don't you just do it in front of your car collection? You know what I mean? Like or like Reggie Jackson. When Reggie Jackson used to be interviewed by reporters, he used to just take out his bankroll and start counting his money in front of reporters. Why does he do that? Why does he just start? I mean, why not just have like your bank balance behind you on screen while you're talking to people? What a pretentious jerk. What does he say?
Calling me because we've got some private facilities in our region to run practices for guys.
Yeah, they could come practice on your basketball court, you big doof.
They mentioned
so it's already happened.
They what? Basketball court.
Doof. Where's his Zumba room or his Pilates? Downward facing douche.
And I'm thinking about going out there next week, but not really. I'm uneasy about it already. Would I wear a mask? I'd wear a mask on the ice. And I think that's probably the one thing that's getting dismissed a little bit is that hockey players need ice. Anywhere right here, you
Dynamite drop in, Marty. Hockey players need ice.
could shoot hoops and practice your NBA game, right, Alan? And for the guys, I'm seeing Chapman out on the street pitching. Anybody can pick up a baseball and work on their game, but hockey players need ice. And everybody wants access right now. Everybody wants to skate. Everybody is anticipating it coming back. If it is North Dakota, I spoke to one of the players that I train here in Connecticut that played there this year. He was playing for the University of Michigan. He said if there's one rink that's similar to the NHL that everybody talks about, it's North Dakota. They have a low population density in North Dakota. They've got the facilities. Could they have the teams? That's the question. I think what the league's going to try and do is roll back everybody to 68 games played by points percentage, have 16 teams in a playoff, no regular season games, or just go to 8 teams and have 3 rounds. Those are the 2 possibilities that are being kicked around right now.
You know, Al, right now, if you took the standings at where they were at the pause, Islanders, Rangers out of the wild card spot.
That's what I need to ask
Sean.
Val. That's a very important question. By the way, while there's no games, read that book. Val,
Who's this Alan Hahn?
He's
Who is
from
this guy?
the Hahn and Humpty show. He's on ESPN. He's an ESPN guy.
Oh, he does that show with Chris Canty?
Yes. And
Oh.
he worked for Newsday, I think, as a beat reporter at one point or something.
Oh, good for him.
Good for him.
With his Islanders mug behind him.
I will
Anything
say
he
one
says
thing-
is irrelevant.
Well, if you roll it back, I had to. If you roll it back, what does that mean for the Islanders? Because is it about points now, or is it about percentage?
Nobody
Because
cares.
They were, right now in the standings, they're 1 point out of a playoff spot.
Knocked out.
And the Rangers are 2. The Rangers are
You know what's interesting, Alan? This helps and serves your Islanders better than anybody because they've lost their last 7 games, but based on points percentage, they're in. They're in. They're ahead of Columbus. Columbus won their last game. They have more points, but by points percentages at the 68-game mark, the Islanders would have the second wild card spot. So they're in. Yeah, you're in by the skin of your teeth. The Rangers get hurt the most because they were close, guys. They were 2 points out with 12 games to play. They were close. They were building something. And you know what? Even if the Rangers didn't get in, they miss out on that experience. They made so many strides forward. Unfortunately for them, they kept their culture. They kept everything they had going and building with the team, but they don't get that experience. They get hurt the most. The Devils, they're probably celebrating the fact their season's over. They were in 26th place, and they're out. But you know what, Alan? I was with the Islanders that year in 2000 when you were covering us with Newsday, and it was the same thing. The last 2 months of the season, we couldn't wait for it to be over, you know? And we were just playing it out. And that's just yeah, exactly. How did you write about us?
They don't,
you know?
They don't ever let the broad talk.
So you know the deal. You've lived it, and so have I. And it's the Devils were the biggest winners because it was over.
I think there's a lot of question marks for the Rangers in the offseason.
Really?
I'm curious to see with Henrik Lundqvist how this season, what this season now means for him. And I wonder too about the teams like the Rangers that are on the bubble.
That's enough.
You're blowing her up already. We're about to talk about the buyouts.
There's a lot of questions about the Rangers.
Don't jump on her right away. Look at her. She's a.
Is that fair? Is this a fair way to end the
this?
season as well? And to protect the integrity of the Stanley Cup, which is.
Who is it? It's Nemchinov's daughter? Is that what you said?
No, there was a hockey player named Gaston Gingras. And I'm saying that she's Michelle. That's his daughter, his granddaughter. But she got her eyelashes dead, the whole thing there for this.
Cares.
Come on.
Look such a grind to just get there.
Yeah, no, look, to all those points, there's a lot of teams that are going to be pretty upset with what's going to happen because they were close. The integrity of the cup is in place if there's 3 rounds, but if you go fewer, or if you go to my previous idea, Michelle, you said you're missing out on March Madness. I like that idea for an NHL playoff bracket, but you'd have an asterisk next to that cup winner, certainly.
But you know what, Valley, in the history of all the sports and all the championships that we talk about, I think the Stanley Cup is the one that we all know.
Shut up.
Yeah. I don't know if you found the propaganda.
That girl's whole job was to sit there and go,
Listen, give her a break. I don't know why you're all angry at Michelle Gingras, man. You realize nobody is on the air right now. It's just the music. Put our facials back on. Oh, boy. I gotta tell you, you're all over Michelle Gingras. I'd like to get her as a guest. I think she's got potential. A lot of question marks for the Rangers going into next year. Yeah, Hahn and Humpty ain't bad, right, Rock?
no, we can't get. Oh wait, hold on. We can't get us back up on the screen now.
Jesus. Now it's like fade to black.
I can't. It's not giving me the option to put us back on screen.
Can we go back to the video then? I mean, what's going on here? What kind of third-rate production is going on here? We're back to radio, folks.
Hold on.
Rock Talk is back. But those widgets, they stay.
The widgets are still there.
The widgets won't go away. There's been a nationwide blackout. I heard there was a blackout up near you.
Yeah, we had a power outage. Yeah, it was awful.
It's got to be the worst during the pandemic to have a power outage.
I cannot get us back on screen.
Did you try turning it off and on again?
I cannot get us back on screen. It's great. You know what's funny is that people are complaining. Be Live is giving out a lot of free. They do a free subscription just like Blog Talk Radio, and because a lot of people are stuck at home, a lot of people want to do video streaming for work and training, things like that, and they're getting all these free accounts, and it's crashing the Be Live servers, and people are complaining. And I keep this Facebook group that I'm in. I keep saying that I don't. We haven't really had any problems. And then tonight it's been nothing but problems.
Did you press the reset button?
Let me see. Hold on. Let's see what happens if
you
hang on.
Get some AA batteries. Hostess Joy.
Members only jacket. All right, hold on.
There you go.
There's one.
That's two. Now we just need both of us together. Oh, we really don't need. We can look at one mug. Oh, now we're the blue screen. Now it's live, folks. That's all I can tell you.
I don't know why. I don't know why it's switching back and forth.
You talk, and you be the face of the.
I don't want to talk.
You don't want to talk.
I'm kidding. I'm trying to fix.
All right, okay, I'll talk then. Wow, things are getting a little crazy here. So it's been a rough. What have we been doing this for about almost an hour? It's been a rough hour, technical wise. I blame it all on that basketball court and that dopey Steve Valaket. But don't talk about Michelle Gingras that way. She is a hard-hitting reporter. Matter of fact, I think we should try to get her as a guest. I mean, you guys feel like Jim really was a little too hard on her, I thought. It's tough to say something. You got three schmoes there. And so I don't know. So, yeah, it looks like it's me again. There's Jim. And there we are.
There we go.
We have succeeded where others have failed.
We're having fun tonight.
Yeah, I got to tell you. Lizzie Bear's here.
What's up, Liz?
I keep thinking Kansas City Chiefs, reigning Super Bowl champions.
Oh, I've even got the chat back.
All right.
Hey, look at that.
Yeah, it's true. You think we would miss the Ranger broadcasters, but within 3 minutes of seeing Valley, I was annoyed by him.
Oh.
All right. Holy moly. Chris Campoli, Tyler Toffoli, Spaghetti Aioli. What else we got, Robin? Now that we're back.
Well, we're an hour into this. We still haven't talked about the rest of the Jeff Gordon stuff.
All right, let's talk about that. Let's
now Costa's here.
Why don't you? Oh, well, we'll go to Costa then. Why don't we dial up Michelle Gingras right now and try to get her on? Very hard on
I don't even know who she is. Never heard of her.
She's young. I mean, she's starting out.
What the hell's that got to do with it? Whoa, wait a minute. This from the guy who says just because you're young doesn't mean you're good. Her whole job was to do this.
Well, I mean,
never heard of her. All of a sudden, she comes in here in the middle of April, in the middle of a pandemic, like the world's most foremost authority on our Rangers. Get out of here with this baloney.
Wonderful job she did.
Get out of here. I could throw a rock and hit 10 women that know more about the Rangers than whoever she is.
But come on, do they look
come
like
on.
All right. All right, we're taking our shots and take. Yeah, the fans.
All of a sudden, we got to be nice to people.
I mean, all these women out here, they love their Chris Kreider's. I can't have a Michelle Gingras.
She's from Yahoo Sports. She covers the Red. Wait a minute. Hold on a minute there, Baba Louie. Michelle Gingras is a dynamic journalist whose passion and love for sports has helped lay the foundation for her career as a knowledgeable broadcaster. Michelle is currently a host and reporter on MSG Network covering the Red Bulls of Major League Soccer. And she's coming on here to tell me what she thinks about the Rangers? Get the hell out of here. Get me Boomer Esiason. Give me somebody who knows. Isn't there get out of here. Put your wife on. Put Jen on. Get Danielle Stewart. Give me somebody who knows that. I don't want some soccer broad on here telling me what's going on.
Our wives are doing more important things to advance the community than that. She's doing a fine job. She does the Red Bull games, which who was that? Daniel.
Oh boy!
Daniel
So she does Red Bull games. So she ought to know about what to do with 12 fans and 6 feet apart. Actually, those Red Bull games are pretty nuts, from what I understand.
Because Michelle Zingra.
It ain't got nothing to do with her, whoever she is, Michelle Gingras. Get out of here. Where's Linda? Why do they? John Riggs is. When did they get Linda Cohn? Get somebody that I don't want some soccer girl. What, Giorgio Canalia was busy. What they get this broad? Get out of here. There, Mike Silver's offering to go in drag.
Well, we'll
look, Mike Silver's is offering to transition just to go on MSG Network.
No, that Red Bulls gig is paying like nothing.
Right. She's making like $10 an hour plus tips.
Yeah, I mean that's less than 7-Eleven pay. Deb Plate, yo.
Where's Shannon Hogan?
Shannon Hogan shit.
It'll be interesting to see what the Rangers are going to do with Henrik Lundqvist and that big contract come the offseason.
A lot of question marks.
Lots of question marks. I usually cover soccer and the Red Bulls, but here I am in my home watching the hockey, trying to tell you what the Rangers are going to do. There's lots of questions.
Lots of questions here.
Costa's dying, by the way.
This is Shannon Hogan saying, so long, and quarantine has not been very good to me. Oh, man.
The girls are all upstairs laughing at me. Steve Jungle. Look at Howie with the Steve Jungle. Ladies and gentlemen, coming up to talk Rangers hockey, we've got Tony Miola and the rest, Giorgio Canalia, Franz Beckenbauer.
That's right.
God.
Can't say her name right. It's Zingra, not Gingras.
Gingras. Oh, she's a soccer. I got to know nothing about this woman. I didn't know her until 5 minutes ago. I don't need to know nothing.
I'm going to reach out to her. Yes, the mummified remains of Deb Lacey. Yeah, she hit the wall big time. She's one of those, the Two-Face.
Get me.
From Seinfeld. Because we have a thing, because me and Jim actually went down to the NHL store and EJ Raddick and her did a show from there. And we were gonna ask them after they left their shift if they would do the show. And for some reason, Jim got EJ Raddick and I got assigned Deb Lacey because I have a way with women. And she practically just blew me off. Like, you contact me on Facebook.
Right.
And then Jim, of course, landed EJ Raddick, who came on the show. And so I have a vendetta.
She's on Two-Facebook. Because you called her Two-Face.
She's got two faces.
Two-Facebook.
Yeah, she's mummified now. She looks real bad. And she gets no qualification.
Let's go to Michelle Gingras with the latest on the coronavirus. Gingras? Grigri? Gruel? What's her name?
You're watching Cosmo Soccer on the Mizlu television network. Yes. So, yes. Anders Lee. What's she gonna do? do. They're all talking. She looks good. Look at Pedo. He looks like a criminal. Yeah, that place is in nowhere. She married a big ESPN producer and then got a job with MSG, which is even less of a job. Anyway, we went off on a big tangent there. What else to do?
Are you ready to talk to Costa?
Yeah, let's talk to Coach Jack.
The best shows are always when there's nothing to talk about. Here he comes.
Oh. There he is.
What's up, Costa?
That's the comedy.
This was gold, my friends. This was fucking gold.
So what
actually, Michelle used to be the ringside reporter for Tampa Bay.
Ah, see, my friend's all over. He knows her pedigree, knows her resume. But Jim, you're just gonna shoot her down no matter what. What is she? 26? She's already done 4 major things in her life. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, that. So I think we should get her on the show. I'm going to try to reach out. Yeah, we have. Do we have any Red Bull fans here that can feign?
Why? So why? So we can hear the marbles rattle around in her head when she does this?
Oh, calm down. Lovely young.
Oh God.
Very good personality.
What is she? What is she in the Idiot Box fan club or something? The way you're defending her? Does she go to the shows?
I'm just saying that you got Pedo, Valaket, and Han. You care what they say? At least she's a pretty face. She's very nice. She was articulate. She was smiling. What else did she say? She said the Rangers have a lot of question marks. Is that true? Did she say the Rangers should really?
Is she like that? Is she like the guy from Saturday Night Live that does the bit with the hockey, the black guy? Remember that bit?
Right. Let's do that hockey. The Rangers have a lot of question marks. Good. So it's good to know she could read Blueshirt banter.
And
she knows how to open a blog.
Which we've mentioned on this show many times.
What other nuggets of knowledge does she have? Henrik Lundqvist has a big contract. Artemi Panarin is good at hockey.
Well, we look at the basketball court. Valaket.
What's on your mind, Costa?
Like I said on the chat, you can play the games in fucking Minnesota and Michigan. You know how many fucking hockey arenas those states have? Tons.
But we can't have these players traveling around. Don't we want them all in one place, one big herd? We're gonna put them in like the dormitory at the University of North Dakota.
What, you gonna bring fucking old Winnebagos and shit? Fucking the fucking
How great would that? Come on, how great would that be if you see Henrik Lundqvist rolling up at like an old RV, like the best they could do? You know, like they get him like some like Uncle Eddie's RV from Christmas Vacation. Here comes Henrik Lundqvist.
Maybe they should just have like a cannonball run.
You know, funny story.
Chuck Mangione played.
Okay, what were you going to
But there's a funny story. That actually, there was a time when like there was an oil boom in North Dakota in that area, and it's all fucking Winnebagos and RVs and shit, you know. Like that shell oil, that shell oil they discovered, and then friggin' you had all these oil people coming in fucking Winnebagos and RVs. So
liquid gold, Texas tea.
not
Michelle Zingras joined us tonight. Nice to see you, Michelle. COVID is really acting up.
Oh my God. Are you all right? Please.
Get this guy a ventilator. Holy manoli. Oh man. Oh man.
He needs a ventilator.
Oh man, I'm
I
crying.
need my mask when I talk to Costa. Hold on, I gotta get the mask on. Costa have a wrestling mask because he put on like the hell I do it. Nacho Libre.
Also Banzai.
All right, that's not bad. Keeps your head warm too.
Exactly. Good for the winter too.
It's Nacho Taco from Parts Unknown. The famous Mexican wrestler Diabetes.
There he goes. That was trying. Now we got him good. Now we got him good.
Very good. Good bit. Good bit.
From Parts Unknown. Diabetes. Oh, fuck it.
There you go. We got him good, man.
That's great.
Man, I did not laugh.
That's our new bit right there.
You should call in every week with that mask on.
No. He needs it for
the COVID.
Well, for the COVID. For the thing.
The thing, you know.
I tell you, Costa, it must be rough for you to have to stay home all the time, not go out any place, not see anybody, stay away from people. This must be really hard on you.
There you go.
Was that Donkey Kong?
Something like that.
The tank battle?
No, I bought one of these joysticks so I can relive the old arcade days.
I don't want to ever hear you talk about your joystick, my friend.
I'm all about that. I'm all about the retro gaming. Oh man, I think we're gonna end the show.
Oh my God. That mask was classic.
That was great, man.
So which was better, that or the Collins comment?
Well, they're all great. They're all classics.
When you put that on and he was doing the coughing thing, the coughing sound effects were great. All right.
So
calm down.
I don't even know. Where were we?
Well, Costa, how do you feel about if they do these amnesty buyouts, baby? Who's gone?
Hank, get the stepping.
Get the stepping.
Get the stepping. No, nothing personal. Thank you for your contributions. You're going to be in the Hall of Fame. Number 30 is going to be up at the rafters, but it's over, Johnny.
Goodbye. Get out of here, you bum.
Exactly.
Yep. Possibly Brendan Smith. Possibly
Stall. And that's it. Then we're good. Then we're golden, my friend.
Yeah, if you're just tuning in to hear us talk about Jeff Gordon, we did that in the first hour, and you can catch the replay. We talked all about it an hour ago.
Oh yes.
Look,
have to push that off.
There's always another show. We're not going anywhere. Hockey's not coming back anytime soon, no matter what fashion it's in.
I don't care what state they might play this in, Alaska, where they're gonna play.
Look, we gotta laugh our way through this.
Amen, brothers.
Well,
so when's the thing gonna happen, Eddie? When's the thing? The thing, Eddie. You know the thing.
Yeah.
When's it gonna happen?
I don't know, man. I tell you.
Talk to Matt. When's the thing's happening?
Well, I told you. Right now, we can't make a move because if you're not out there.
Excuse me while I whip this house.
Nobody's there. Nobody's fucking there.
Conspicuous if we're out there by ourselves wearing masks around.
Wearing masks. We're gonna wear masks. Get the fuck out of here.
Wear a mask inside your room. You won't wear a mask outside, you fool. You better wear a mask.
Dude, I ain't scared, man. If you're scared, say you're scared.
All right, you're scared.
I ain't scared, man.
All right.
He ain't afraid of 3 hots in a cot.
Yeah, that's all right.
He ain't afraid of going back to prison.
All right, ventilator boy. See how you wind up.
Oh.
Your basketball court in the back there. You're living so high back there. Your high life. Oh, Jesus Christmas. COVID, boy. It's just.
Shut up.
You had yourself. My God.
Oh, God.
Off the rails.
All right, Costa.
All right, Costa. Take
Stay
care,
well.
man.
We'll talk to you next time.
All right.
Stay safe, tough guy.
Yeah.
Bye.
Jesus. Oh, I ain't afraid. Why's he got that mask if he's not using it? That's the question.
That mask was fantastic.
Oh, man. Well, Jim, that's all I got, man.
Ryan Leach was trying to call in, and then I went to put him on, and he hung up. I don't know where he went. We'll give him a minute, and if he doesn't show up, we'll cue the music. Oh, that was good.
I promise. Next Monday.
Next Monday, what?
Maybe we'll come back and do the Jeff Gordon.
Jeff Gordon? Yeah. Oh, that was great. Ryan, are you calling back in? Oh, what's this? Oh, I can't hear anything.
Chris John had said he wears the mask when he plays with his joystick. You guys are fucking funny, man.
Diabetes.
That's his Mexican wrestler name. Diabetes.
I can hear you, Ryan. Try it again one more time. See if we can hear it. Ryan, can you hear us?
There he is.
The first 2 times I tried to call, I could the first time I saw Eddie and couldn't see you, Jim, and I couldn't hear anything. And then the last time I couldn't hear anything either. But it worked out now.
All right.
So you can hear both of us?
I can hear both of you just fine.
All right,
Now-
throw your mask on.
Ryan is also in front of his personal basketball court while he does this show.
Yes. You know.
So what do you think about all this North Dakota nonsense?
You know, as a follower of college hockey, and I've seen that rink on TV at least, not in person. I mean, it is a very nice rink for where it's at. I mean, if they can pull it off, I mean, I think it would work. I honestly think they might be better off in a place like Minnesota, maybe, where they have more options. You know, they have like the University of Minnesota, Minnesota Duluth. They have a lot of different more rink options. But I mean, if they want to do North Dakota, I'll watch. I mean, it's better than what we got right now, which is nothing.
Right.
Right.
I mean, I'll take something over nothing. So
I can't believe what Patty Duke just said in chat. Patty Duke.
Jeez.
Our fans are unlike any other.
I will say.
I was gonna ask right away.
You know what? You ain't hearing this kind of crap on bantering with the blue shirts. I got news for you.
Yeah, that's true.
So I was gonna ask, are we done with the Jeff Gordon talk now? We're good now.
No, we haven't even covered the last 2 years. We stopped at where did we leave off? I think the Grabner trade. I think maybe not somewhere around there. I don't know.
Have we passed? I can't remember. Did we go past the Stepan trade? Yeah, didn't we?
Yes.
Yes.
I think the
that trade just looks better and better that is aging like a fine wine. That trade is.
I think the last thing we talked about was the trade for when they acquired a couple of picks from San Jose, one of which they used on Morgan Barron. I think that's where we left off.
We gotta remember to go draft lottery night too, where he's got Stephen McDonald's shield too. That
Right.
holding that in his back pocket.
Yeah. No, nobody did make the incredible.
Oh my god! How about that beard Valaket's got too? That thing.
Yes.
Like he does not look like Grizzly Adams. I can tell you that right now.
No.
More like Amy Adams.
Yeah, he doesn't have much testosterone going
But
on.
no, that basketball hoop that you see, I guarantee it's probably like one of those ones you see in like a high school gymnasium. It probably drops down.
Right. Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah.
But I agree with Jim. I think he heightened it so it could be right in. It could be.
You're a hockey guy. What do you have a basketball court in your house for? Shouldn't you have like a ice rink or something like that?
Well, she have a hockey net or something.
Look, I understand it if he wants a little basketball court in his house. That's fine, but you know what? People don't want to see that.
No,
people don't want to see that. It's a bad optic right now.
You know what's a bad optic? Is look at Pito's basketball.
Right.
He's got this.
One's got his own basketball court, and Pito's got a Nerf hoop.
His toilet seat.
Right.
Ridiculous.
All that's missing from Pito is like he's got the basketball net garbage can or something like that where he can toss sheets of paper into the
Right. It's Valaket went to Dick's Sporting Goods for his, and Bill Pito went to Five Below.
Yeah, those boys. That was not a good look. Didn't
No.
Pito really think that was? I don't know. It's funny.
But going back to the whole North Dakota thing, I would watch it. I think you have to kind of, I hate to say it, you have to, I think, include all 16 teams or all the teams involved. You have to, somehow or another. I mean, even the Devils, I hate to say it, but even the Devils, you kind of got to give them a chance to maybe even get a game or two to maybe get in, like a win or in type thing or something like that.
They never want out of the season, Ryan. They want the season to end. It's been an unmitigated disaster. They don't want to have a chance. Don't let them.
But then again, if the Rangers are 2 points out, it's probably only. I hate to say it, but it's probably only fair that you give the bottom feeder teams a chance to get involved too. But I tell you right now, I don't know if Hank's. I don't think Hank's leaving Sweden. I don't think so.
Who needs him?
I mean, we really don't need him.
I mean, honestly, why would he fly from Sweden to North Dakota to be the third goaltender?
Exactly.
Yeah, he's not going to play anyway.
Well, I think
he's got a better chance of playing seventh defenseman.
Well, you got Shishork and Georgiev are both in the States still. So, I mean, basically, there's your goalies right there.
Right, because they're real Americans.
They
don't flee the country. They don't flee this great land. The first sign of trouble,
right?
They stay here. They don't go home to Mother Russia or Bulgaria.
They don't scamper off in the middle of the night.
Right.
Now, is he the only play? Now, I was hearing things. Did Zibanejad go back?
I heard that. I'm sorry. I heard that Lundqvist joined the Taliban as well. Well, we're gonna make him a villain. We might as well make him a full villain. Anyway,
I'll say this, just for the sake of the sport, even going into next year, like I don't know if I'm in Albany and seeing all this stuff. I don't know if Cuomo is going to open up this city to even for the fall for some reason. Like, it's still pretty bad down in the city. I mean, I know, Eddie, you're in like Long Island area, I think, right?
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
But I mean, I don't know what he's gonna. There's a whole big power struggle too going on right now because there's other sports leagues that want to get going and have their games, and you got basically a tug of war between the federal government and the states right now on whether or not they're going to open things up for folks. So, I mean, it's going to be very interesting to see how it even affects next year, per se. I mean, because you see a lot of like the poll. I hate to say it, but you see a lot of polls and stuff like that of like,
hey,
fans.
Rachel Maddow. Okay, we got it.
I know. fans are talking about they won't go to a game unless there's a vaccine. It's like, if the tickets are cheap enough, I'm going.
Well, yeah, I'd go.
Yeah.
Costa wouldn't go.
Lowering ticket prices because
All right. Okay. Well, I think people are saying you're drunk, Ryan. Have you been drinking tonight?
I had one beer like a couple hours ago, but that's about it. So.
Okay. Oh, that was raised by Jim. But
It was just a poll question.
Yeah.
Another poll.
No.
So yeah, there's a lot of politicking and all that stuff. But listen, I just think that the bottom line is money, and I can't see this league making any money at having the playoffs in North Dakota.
Well, I think it all comes down to TV revenue. I think that's what it really comes down to. I mean, there's gonna be advertisers that are gonna pay money for this. I mean, like I was saying in the chat, can you imagine Doc Emmerich broadcasting from his basement?
He's a weird cat.
Imagine what we see in the background of his basement.
Oh, boy. See where all the bodies are buried. All right, Ryan, we got to cut out of here.
Or Sam's basement, you got stacks of Papa John's pizza boxes behind him.
Yes,
all right,
Howie, we need to get back to the live. I can't imagine myself going to any kind of concert or anything right now. Like, when is that going to happen?
Yeah.
That's a long time. So,
just have to say so.
Yeah, we'll just have to take it day by day, right, guys? How many of you are cat people? How many are dog people? All the cliches I'm whipping out. But, yeah, we'll see what happens. We'll see what Valley has to say next week. I can't wait for this next. Hey, Michelle Gingrob, great job. I'm going to have a picture of her in the background next week.
That'd be great. Yeah. And you can put a little string. Just get her on a stick so that she can, you could just do this the whole show. She can just nod at me while I'm talking.
My wife will make it up for me. Then I'll just go like this. Whole show.
The Rangers have a lot of questions going into the offseason.
When did she become a munchkin? When did she become a munchkin? Now she's the mayor of Munchkin Land now all of a sudden? It's true. It's true. My shows do have 20 people or less. Most of them. So it would be no problem with social distancing. Okay. All right, boys. I've had enough. Now you point your insults towards me.
I didn't.
I like Michelle Gingra and what she brought to the table. Is that what you
All
guys
right,
are doing? All right.
Ryan, we'll talk to you soon. Thanks for calling in.
No problem.
Take it easy.
Right,
Can't believe it. How dare you, sirs? How dare you? Yeah, that's right. Valley be in front of a sports car next week.
Right. Just I'm telling you, just count his money.
Yep. He's flexing on you.
100, 200, 300, 400. Oh, excuse me. He wipes his nose with like a $100 bill and then just throws it away. Lighting a cigar with a stack of 20s.
He's got some like caretaker at his estate that's like, now move that higher. I have it on the camera.
Right.
Yes. Fine. It's a nice place. Fine. Fan club. I'm not just the president. I'm the client.
Yes, next week, Red Bulls Soccer with Michelle Gingra.
And Daniel Firestein.
Yeah, Daniel Firestein making his comeback. We go all Red Bulls all the time.
That's right. Screw that shit. Let's go Rangers, baby.
All right. Thanks to everybody for being here. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you had some laughs.
Yes.
All we can do right now. I promise.
Work your magic. Ride
We-
one of those other governors. Get us in.
I promise we will get to Jeff Gordon. We'll see you guys next week. Eddie, always a pleasure.
Fantastic, man. Laughed my ass off. Had a great time.
Stay well, my friend.
Chat room.
We'll see you guys soon. We love you. Good night, everybody.
Like and subscribe.